Let's talk about how to properly close your crawl space. A crawlspace encapsulation, or the closing off of the area under your home to the outside environment, is a simple procedure in concept, but in execution, it can involve some complicated processes. We'll be showing you some homeowners' tips and tricks you'll want to know beforehand, and what steps MDH Foundation Repair follows on a typical crawlspace encapsulation project. First, let's explain what an encapsulated crawlspace is, and how it will improve the comfort and value of your home. When you've properly sealed off the space under your home from the outside elements, you have an encapsulated crawlspace. In contrast, most homes have ventilated crawlspaces, which are marginally more protected from the elements than an open crawlspace, but are still exposed to outside air. If you have a ventilated crawlspace, the vents around the perimeter of your home allow air from the outside to enter the crawlspace in order to aid in drying out the moisture that accumulates under the house. This was an absolutely necessary and effective way to stop moisture accumulation in the days before air conditioning. However, when you add modern AC to the mix, you start seeing major problems. First, you're creating dew points, which allow water vapor in the air to condense into water on your pipes and other cool surfaces under the house. In the past, before air conditioning, these surfaces weren't nearly as cool, and ventilation actually served to prevent moisture from accumulating under your home. But with air conditioning, the opposite is true. Now, the crawl space under your home is actually creating a moisture-rich environment, which will lead to other problems that we'll talk about in a bit. Our primary goal is to create a sealed envelope under your home to prevent the outside air from entering the crawl space. We'll be sealing the vents and any penetrations from the crawl space to the outside and into your home. These penetrations could include plumbing intrusions, any ductwork under the floor, gas lines, or electrical wiring. We want to seal up all of these penetrations, including those in your foundation. Note that we're not just closing the crawlspace vents. We'll be creating a permanent seal to lock out the outside air. After sealing your crawlspace's vents, we'll be installing a barrier on its outside walls. A major part of reinforcing that sealed envelope includes creating a thermal barrier between your crawlspace and the outside air. The 20 mil vapor barrier fabric that we use is the cornerstone of this thermal barrier when encapsulating ventilated crawlspaces. If you have an open crawlspace or one with lattice work, we'll be installing foam board insulation along the perimeter of your home and isolating your open porches from the crawlspace in order to protect your investment from the tremendous thermal energy loss you're experiencing every month. An additional benefit of blocking your crawlspace from the outside air is that these barriers block insects' egress from both the ground and the outside, greatly reducing termite and other pest infestations in your home. The primary benefit of installing a thermal barrier along the outside walls of your crawlspace is that it will prevent the outside temperature, either hot in the summer or cold in the winter, from negatively affecting the rest of your home. The next thing we want to do is make sure we're stopping as much moisture from accumulating under your home as possible. The first line of defense against moisture intrusion in the crawlspace is to install a heavy-duty, durable 20 mil vapor barrier. This is really important because moisture is continually evaporating from the soil under your home into the crawlspace and up into your living space. Second, we need to install some kind of drying mechanism to condition any humid air trapped in the crawlspace. So we'll install a dehumidifier to dry out any humid air trapped in the crawlspace. Matching the environmental conditions under your home to those in your living spaces is a major factor in preventing damage to your home and saving energy. Some of the benefits you'll see as a result of encapsulating your crawlspace include improved indoor air quality. We'll talk more about this in a bit. Energy savings. The average homeowner with an encapsulated crawlspace will be looking at saving up to 20% more off their monthly bill compared to homeowners with ventilated crawlspaces. If you're encapsulating an open crawlspace on an older home, you'll be saving much more than that. A vastly better environment for your equipment. Anything you typically store under your home will last longer and retain more value. Additionally, any appliances and HVAC equipment under the home will last substantially longer. and perform better in a dry, temperature-controlled environment. Fewer insects. Insects love a warm, moist environment. Not only are you eliminating those environmental conditions, you're eliminating points of entry into your home. One of the Crawlspace Encapsulation benefits we mentioned was improved indoor air quality. Let's look at one of the major reasons why encapsulating your crawlspace will help you breathe easier: the stack effect. Physics tells us that warm air rises, and some homes even have power fans to vent hot air up into the attic, then outside. As this continually occurs, you're creating a vacuum of air, or a make-up need inside your home, which must be filled. Where does that air come from? Most of it comes from your ventilated crawlspace. Studies have shown 60% of a home's bad air originates in the crawlspace. Mold spores, debris, pollen from the outside air, and other contaminants are sucked in through the floor and other points of entry and can negatively affect your family's health. Another problem the stack effect causes is that it's continually drawing damp air into your ventilated crawlspace and subsequently into your home. In the humid Gulf Coast summers, moisture-heavy air is pulled into the crawlspace as hot, dry air escapes your attic. When that humid air reaches any cool surfaces, the water vapor condenses onto your appliances and equipment, creating a water-saturated environment perfect for mold and mildew growth, wood rot, and insect activity. As we mentioned before, encapsulating your crawlspace can lead to a savings of up to 20% on your energy bills over an open or ventilated crawlspace. That's money you can put in the bank every month. Moreover, your house is going to feel warmer in the winter and cooler in the summer, and anything you store in your crawlspace will be more protected. We've talked about how water is a major problem under your home for a slew of factors. One factor that homeowners often forget is that almost all of our appliances and HVAC equipment are made of metal, and metal will rust in moisture-rich environments. Also, when you encapsulate your crawlspace, there's less demand on your HVAC system. Since you're introducing dramatically less humidity into your living space, your air conditioner isn't having to work nearly as hard to remove it from the air. And your air ducts and vent registers won't sweat, preventing water damage in your walls and unsightly stains on your ceiling. One of the most common things we see in our customers' homes is cupped hardwood floors. This is when your pristine hardwood floor planks either swell in the center or at the edges due to the moisture load being pulled from your ventilated crawlspace into your home. The water in the air saturates your wooden floor, causing it to warp in a concave or convex fashion, creating long ridges on the floor. The result isn't just unsightly, it's also really uncomfortable to walk on, and it creates an uneven surface which destabilizes your furniture. This should give you a good idea of the massive benefits and savings you'll experience when MDH Foundation Repair encapsulates your crawlspace. MDH Foundation Repair offers a lifetime transferable warranty on all our products. Ask your representative for details. If you'd like to learn more, check out our website at mdhfoundationrepair.com or call our experts and get a free, no-obligation estimate at 251-333-9355.